You think something will be paid to the Roma people?
Yes, obviously, and we...
Nothing this man don't do for us.
What he is saying is wrong.
Yes, obviously.
Because he only wants to buy the Oyinbo people to just close our eye. Anything that's for us, for our good, he has not given us anything.
We've cleaned up 75% of it. Of the ones that are left, 80% of that will be done this year.
So that means I say make the shareholders, make them call them, make them whole meeting, call them, talk to them. Even if they go remove themselves, make them remove them for a post. Put another person, we go fit help us. Call them, talk to them.
I beg, I won't make phone call.
I'm a man in the house. He won't want it. What for him to say them at the time.
No answer.
But there are areas, of course, where, we haven't had access to go and do the cleanup. That's in Ogoniland. And as you know, the federal government is trying reconciliation mode because the people there don't want us to clean it up until we resolve our differences.
And he told me that the Shell wants to come into Ogoni and clean up Ogoni. But Ogoni people does not want Shell to come in and clean. So I said, okay, when I come back, I'll hear from the Ogoni people mouth too, that is it true?
Shell has never one day in this our community that they are coming to clean and we refuse. They have never. We have been appealing to them to come and do the cleaning. Not talk of damages. They don't even do compensation. They don't.
But I would have thought that if environment is very important, they will let us go clean it up.
I want to survive, but they can't survive. They are dying. Look at it. They are dying because of crude oil. Look at it.
Push it to me.
Look at it. Because of crude oil. Look at it. Because of crude oil. Dying. You see? So we don't know what to do. Somebody will tell you that you don't want to live in an environment that is clean. We are pigs. Even pigs, they nose them. They wash them every morning. But Shell said we like to stay in the dirty place and environment, which is not to be cleaned. Is that possible? Look at all this.
Because it's...
There's this ruling in Benin by a judge that Shell should come up with a detailed plan on how they are going to stop gas flare April 2000.
The plan exists. Oh, the plan exists with the federal government.
So is Shell going to present it on the 31st of May this year?
Yeah, I haven't, I don't know what, we have a plan.
He just protecting his company. He's getting home money. He's just protecting his job, protecting the company. He knows what is happening. But because he wants to remain in position, he still wants to lose his job, so he's just protecting his own job. He knows what is happening.
I don't know if you know, just like anybody in Nigeria, when you send a budget to government, they never approve the budget. They always approve. They cut it. Really, it's not... if you deal with corruption, then you would have dealt with a lot of things. And unfortunately, I know the federal government is trying to deal with corruption from the top level, but we need to deal with it from the bottom.
Or you say the government is corrupt, and you are bringing the oil. We stop them until they correct the corruption before they will start.
He said that the cleanups will they pay for lively. He has not done it. But since he's saying this, maybe it means good intention, we don't know. We'll give him the benefit of that. So because I see Omunye as a very innocent, very nice, willing person to discuss, I can't just start pushing him to the wall that he has lied here. I don't know the reasons why he said so. We'll go there, he will show us the plan, and we will discuss.
Okay, please can you make it short? Ask your question.
Video cameras were not allowed in the meeting, so the question section had to be recorded in secret.
I ask you to listen to these people. We have been waiting for a long time. There's people in row who would like to speak, so can we please speak?
Yeah, you're right, sorry. you said that before. Sorry.
My name is Ife Lot. I'm from Bayelsa State. A High Court judge had a ruling that Shell should present a plan on how they are going to stop gas flare. We want to know if you are going to present this plan.
Would we make a commitment to get the flares out by April 2007, and a reference to the Nigerian High Court motion with regard to that? And just for clarification, there are still legal proceedings going ahead in which we've appealed to the Court of Appeal, where there is already an application in with regard to a stay of execution on that ruling.
He was trying to put the blame back to government.
The reason why we've not been able to go faster is essentially because the funding for the joint venture has not been made available by the government over time. And I understand that. They have many pressing other priorities for the use of their funds.
The duty of ending gas flaring is squarely on the company flaring the gas, e.g. Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria. It is not the federal government. It is not. The federal government has done its own part by making that law outlawing gas flaring in Nigeria.
But we are on track to complete all of the flares out by 2009, and we're all committed to wanting to do that as fast as possible.
It is no more a political issue.
Right, to leave, yes.
It is no more at their own discretion. Take step whenever you think you can. No, it's now a mandatory obligation. You have to do it. It is a necessity. It's a law. It's a right.
Yes.
And a duty.
You decided to deal in a country like Nigeria. You know what the government is like, that they will never give you the money to end actually gas flaring. So I suggest that Shell takes its own responsibility, and if you can't handle that, then don't do business in Nigeria.
It is a classical example of lawlessness. We have a judgment at hand which declared that gas flaring is illegal, is unconstitutional, is a violation of right to life and dignity of human person, and also asked Shell to stop further flaring of gas. That judgment is still valid, is still subsisting. It has not been set aside even by this court.
Shell are only allowed to continue on the basis that they submit to the court their detailed plan for phasing
exactly.
out. And they failed to do that.
They have failed to do that. So there is no excuse whatsoever why they should continue to flare gas.
Yeah, well, we've had a fantastic judgment in the court in Benin City holding Shell liable for human rights violations and requiring them to stop. And that is quite a remarkable thing. And when you see Shell's business principles about complying with the law in the countries in which they operate, how dare they say that? It's complete nonsense. And it's shameful that they behave like this when a court in Nigeria tells them that they must stop gas flaring. It is absolutely disgraceful. And the great thing is that there are many communities around the Niger Delta who now have sufficient self-respect and courage to stand up to the companies and say that we're not prepared to put up with this kind of behavior from you any longer. It's gone on for over 40 years and enough is enough.
In fact, Shell is above the law in Nigeria. The government has said 2008 is the deadline. Other multinational corporations have said, okay, we will do everything possible to meet up with that target date. It's only Shell that have said, look, we will not be able to do this. We will only manage to see if we can do that by the end of 2009, which is a possibility. And this means that come 2009, they will tell you that they were unable. So they can set their own date, maybe to 2020 or 2010 or whatever.
2050.
The city of crude oil, land where the milk and the honey flows. The glory of Nigeria, the pride of Africa. They've been living in the dark. They've been living in this.
The main reason why I came back to redo this video with communities because of what happened at The Hague. I was there, I asked them questions, and they were blaming my federal government, accusing us of being corrupt. My problem is that if my government is so corrupt, why do you do business with my government?
No water.
They have a responsibility to clean up the environment which they damage. And that is why communities keep pointing at them. They are the people they know. They are the people they see. Have I seen government pipe leaking? No. But I have seen shell pipe leaking.
Those directors, all these big men, the way they do all this oil well, make them come to Bayelsa State, come stand near the place where the gas, the flame, they come out. Make them just stand small near the oil.
Abject poverty, pollution everywhere, subjection.